A little over 7 years ago, I did a project where I wrote a song every day for 100 days in a row. Now, these were not complete songs, but the goal was to start and finish the song in the same day. So really, these were more like sketches or ideas of songs. They were anywhere from 20 seconds to maybe a minute and a half at most, usually around 40 or 50 seconds. Just enough to kind of get the idea of a song and get the instrumentation laid out. The goal of starting and ending a song in the same day was really to get over the sense that I have of having everything having to be perfect. If I knew I had to finish and publish the song at the end of the day, there was only so much time I could spend on continuing to tweak it. So all the 100 songs are definitely not great, but they are done, and there are 100 of them, and I did actually do them 100 days in a row. So now fast forward 7 years later. I've been thinking in the back of my mind about going back and revisiting those and maybe picking out the top 10 and finishing them off and turning them into an album, but I really just haven't had the time to do that for a bunch of different reasons. Well, now it turns out there's a lot more tools available, including AI tools that can actually help with this project. So I've decided to turn all 100 songs into full-length songs with the help of AI. So in this video, we're gonna go through a couple of the songs, I'm gonna finish them off, and you're gonna watch me do it all live and see what the actual process is like of using AI to help me with these songs. Now, the tool that I'm using, they're not a sponsor at all. I'm paying them a monthly fee to use the service. It's called Suno.ai. When Suno launched at first, I was curious and I poked around a little bit and wrote some quick little lyrics and made it turn them into songs, and it's impressive, but I didn't really feel like that was me writing that music. It was really just leveraging the entire database that they've pulled in and turning that into music. But then they launched an update to the service, which actually lets you upload your own audio, and then it will just kind of continue it. And I thought, what a perfect way to use this for this project. I have these short sketches, so I can take the 30 seconds I've written, put it into this tool, and then tell it to extend the song into a full-length song. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see how well this works, and it's gonna be kind of a mess in sometimes, and hopefully some of them turn out good. And again, these are not meant to be perfect songs, but I do wanna get through all 100 of them and finish this off. Now, I have already done a handful of songs, so we're kind of jumping into this in this video in the middle of this project. I'm actually gonna start with day 40. So I'm gonna grab my headphones and we're just gonna dive right in. So we're gonna start with day 40. Now, this is a relatively simple track. As you can see, there's just two pianos and then a drummer that is in Logic Pro. I'm gonna go ahead and play a few seconds of this. We'll see what this sounds like. And then I'm gonna take this audio and upload it into Suno. Okay, so it's pretty slow. It's got the drummer going. I hear a little effect. I'm gonna solo this piano. Yeah, there's a little delay effect on that channel. Okay, you get the idea. Let's go ahead and pull this into Suno now. I also like to check my notes I wrote to myself about the song. For every song, I wrote a couple little notes about what I was thinking about when I was writing it, what my goals were with the song. It looks like this was actually me playing that piano rather than me keying it in manually. And then the drums were trying to keep it moving a little bit. Okay, but it did end up melancholy. Didn't really expect that, but that's how it turned out. So we're gonna try to finish this off. So I'm gonna go ahead and find day 40 here, upload that, and there is a limit of 60 seconds on these. So as long as it's under 60 seconds, it'll work. This one is, oh, it's a minute and one, so I actually have to trim it off first. Or cancel that. I'm gonna go ahead and just open this in QuickTime. We'll just do a quick little trim. I'm not gonna have it use the last of the song anyway, so I'm gonna trim off the end. Then we'll just save this as day 40 trimmed. Great. Let's go grab that from my downloads folder. Okay, so it takes a minute to process, makes a little AI generated image, I guess based on the text, but that text is not going to give it an interesting image. Great, day 40. So now the song is ready, and what I can do is tell it to extend. I'm going to find a spot in the song where we're going to extend from. So I guess what I need to do is figure out how much of this I want to use of what I wrote and decide where the AI is going to take over. I'll let it go kind of towards the end. but I don't want my ending to kick in yet. Okay, we'll do it here, and then it will try to finish that phrase. So that's at 53. We're going to extend at 53, and we're going to call this day 40 extended. Now we have to give it some keywords. We have to tell it what style of music this should be. I did find this list of community-created list of styles that people have tested that they know it will recognize. So I like to look through this list and see if there's something in here that catches my eye about what I was going for. Let's say it's a little sad. It's a little bit... It's definitely heavy on the piano. I wouldn't say it's cinematic. Okay, we're going to go with down tempo, and I don't want it to go into the rock genre. If you give it keywords that are like too far away from what it is, it kind of just goes off on its own, and then it's not really your song anymore. So I'm just going to give it down tempo. Let's see what it does with that. And then we click extend. Now it takes 5 credits to generate a song, and it always generates 2 at a time when you tell it to go. So it's 10 credits per song. I have 3,000 credits per month in this subscription. It takes a minute to start generating the song, and then we can listen to it and see what it does. So, okay, it's gonna pick up from 53 seconds. This is my music, and now we're gonna listen to. That was pretty good transition. Same instrumentation. It kind of brought in a bass. I like it. So what I'm listening for is, would I consider this to be the same song? Because I want it to, it's supposed to be one song, right? It's not supposed to be an AI song. Okay, so now it's making this up. I didn't do this. It fits. Yeah, we'll take it. Okay. Now we're back to the refrain. Piano's an octave higher. That works. Okay, now it's got a new drum track. I think I like it still. Okay, the drums are getting a little bit muddy, but I think it's still okay. Oh, what's going on here? Is that the end? That's shorter than the other ones have been. I don't know if I like the ending it's got. I also want it to get longer, so we're going to... Although this is, I guess, a minute and a half of it and almost a minute of me, so it's 2.5. It's a little short. Maybe let's listen to this other one and see if we can combine them together. Okay, it also brought in a bass line. The piano's a little bit more embellished. I think we can use this and chain them together. Okay, so instead of listening to the rest of that, I'm going to go ahead and download these and then bring it into the editor, and we will combine them. Now, one of the features that Suno has, which I'm not using for this one, is you can actually tell it to get the whole song, at which point it will combine it with the first part that you uploaded. I have noticed that it kind of mangles the first original audio a bit as well, so it's not exactly what you uploaded. I don't know exactly what it's doing to it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think I don't want to do it for this one. The reason being that I am actually going to combine it with the raw original track I wrote in Logic rather than mix it just with MP3s. So now that I have those two downloaded, I can go ahead and drag this in. Let's see, I brought it in at 53 seconds, so we're going to find 53. It's about there. And close enough. And then I'm going to just drag that in here. And then we're going to have to get this to line up. Here's the fun part. Okay, so that was the beat. And that should match that. That should work. So now let's trim that off. Let's make this fade up so that we don't have a click. Now let's listen to it. Oh, let's go back here. Yeah. Okay, so now I need to make my stuff fade out, which I'm just going to do with the volume track. Okay, so here we're going to just fade out my drummer. We're going to fade out. Oops, we're going to fade out one piano. Oh, I want that to be on volume. And now let's listen to this, see if the transition's okay. Okay, it's coming in a little bit hotter than mine. I think what we're going to do is have it slowly fade up. It's definitely a lot hotter. Probably if I just add a post-processing on this whole thing, it'll work. We're just going to do that. I want more stereo spread. We'll boost the loudness a little bit. Let's see how this sounds. It's still too loud, so we're just going to drop its volume a bit. Okay, good enough. Now let's figure out where we're going to transition to the other loop. Either bar 40 or... Yeah, I don't want that there, so we're going to transition at 40. And then let's bring in the other track. Now we have to find its start of the beat as well. Right there. So that starts at bar 40. And then we probably don't want any of that. We're going to drop the volume here. Yeah, that'll work. Now I just have to do a little bit of fading between the two so we don't hear that clipping. I think that'll work. Yep. Yep. That's a bit too loud for you, huh? Okay. This is a good outro. Yep. See what it did for the ending. I might need to come in and save it. No, that works. Okay. And then we will just fade it out. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Now we got to 4 minutes. So bounce that. And then we move on to the next one. Great. Okay. Next up, we're going to go back to 39. Let's see what I wrote about 39 first of all. Okay, not really a song. Could be used in a trailer or the end of an episode of a show. It's only 19 seconds. Okay, we'll see what it can do with that. That's going to be a challenge. So let's start over. Day 39. And this is going to be cinematic for sure. So let's upload, and we can upload that original one. 39. Okay, great. And where are we going to extend from? Probably there, 11 seconds. Because the rest of this is... I like the build-up. I might have to end with my build-up because it's not going to know about that if I tell it to extend from 11. So we're going to tell it there and see what it does. Cinematic. Probably need something a little bit more than that. Let's say... I guess it'll know it's orchestral or symphonic, so I probably don't need to add that. Cinematic intense. Is that a word it knows about? We'll tell it intense. We'll see what happens. It's going to do two. If I don't like these, I can tell it to do some other ones with other keywords, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, here we go. So it's going to take over at 11 seconds. So we've got an established beat. Let's see what it does. Okay. It's turned this into... It's brought in triplets, which I don't think I had at all, right? Oh, I see why I'm throwing it off, because I have an extra beat in there. Let me pull up the original project. This one may not open because I used the East-West sample packs for a lot of the orchestras. And, oh, I should not have opened that original file. Let's close that and make a copy of it. Yeah, so the Play plugin is the East-West plugin for Logic, and I don't have the license for that right now, so I can't, these instruments won't play. So only the instruments that are in Logic itself are going to play, which is probably not very many. Oh, and the sample rate I need to change to 48 kilohertz. So that it goes out this audio mixer, right? Great, okay. Yeah, that's no good. I don't have any of the instruments. Okay, so what I wanted to check though was what was going on with the rhythm here. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Okay, so it's just... Oh, it's off. Yeah, that's why it's very confused about the rhythm, because there's nothing that's hitting the 1 2 3 4, because I have no percussion until later. Okay, I just wanted to see that. So let's see. Back to this. Two. But now it's gone and done triplets, which I don't think it fits at all, so we're not going to use that one. Okay. Oh, and it only gave me 2 seconds of that, so it refunded the credits. Okay. So far, that's not a good. This might be too weird for it. Let's try different keywords. Cinematic, orchestral. Let's tell it to go in a direction. Let's tell it to go. Let's go cyberpunk and dubstep. Let's see what this does. Hopefully, you can figure out what to do with the rhythm. This one's taking a while. Take sweet time. Maybe it's a good sign. If this doesn't work, we'll extend from a little bit farther than 11 seconds. See what happens. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, it figured that part out. Okay, this could work. No triplets this time. It's kept the beat the same. Yeah, okay, it's got the same, it's got that beat. Dun, 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 dun. So that was the rhythm that I had written, and it's figured it out, and it carried it through, and now it's just playing around with the instrumentation of it. And new chords here. That works. Okay, a little refrain. Now it's probably gonna go and try to build back up to the intense bit, I bet. Yeah, okay, this'll work. When there's no time showing up on the icon here, it means it's still generating music. Okay, I'm not so sure about this part at 140. We'll listen to the other one and see how that one did. Maybe I'll, again, combine them together. I kind of like that part with the piano. It's picked up that original cello line and put it into the piano, which is good. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it. Okay, so far, maybe I cut out that segment at 140. This is pretty good, though. Okay, probably going to leave that out. So let's listen to this other one. Oh, wow. It picked up that cello solo. Maybe I should have just gone straight up rock. This is pretty good, too. It again, it's using that original melody line. And cello solo again, I like it. I think we can combine these two again. I almost like this one better. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell it to make the whole song for this one. Oh, it's not done generating yet. Once it's done generating, I'm gonna give it the make it do the whole song because I don't have the original instrumentation anyway for mine, and I think it'll probably work better. We'll listen. We'll see what it does when it generates the whole song. So I'm gonna close out of this because I can't do anything with that anyway. We'll get this one ready. There we go. Okay, so now I can go ahead and get whole song. It's going to then make a new one, which is going to combine the first 11 seconds of this with the rest of this. Meanwhile, while it's working, let's listen to the end of this to see what it did. Okay. I think I might just actually keep it with this. The other thing we can do is we can take this song and then pick somewhere in it and go further with it, giving it new keywords. So if we wanted to transition this into more traditional cinematic rock, or we could skew it partway through into more techno or something. Let's listen to the first 11 seconds of this and see how it did the transition. So this is my upload, but it's mangled it a little bit. Yeah, it's not as crisp. I might replace it with my audio. I think I will. Yeah. Okay. There's some fun metal keywords in here too that it knows about. I want to have some fun with it. Let's just see what happens. If I pick like, let's go like a minute and a half in. So 155, we're going to extend this and we're going to give it Cyberpunk New Metal and see what it does from there. Usually after the phrase wraps up, it kind of goes into the new genre. Yeah. So there's the new instrument. Is that it? You done? Not so sure about that one. Let's try this other one. Actually, while we're listening to that, I'm going to tell it to go generate more, which is going to be just, let's say, cinematic and techno. Epic. Great. Okay, now let's just keep listening to this one. Hmm. This is not quite working for me. Yeah, we're gonna trash those. Okay. Let's see what's we've got here. Interesting, it's doing the same thing with the beat. Huh. Weird. Nope, that didn't work. And that one's only 52 seconds. Okay, I think that little experiment didn't work. So we're gonna go ahead and download this, which was made up of the first extension and the original, and we're also gonna download this, and then we're gonna smash them together in the editor. And we're going to download the part 2. And let's put all that into the editor. So I'm going to take my day 39 and put it in on the first track because I like my crisper intro. And then we're going to give it that, but it will line up there. And we're just going to fade between them later. And then B is going to go somewhere. Don't know yet where. So we're going to put it over at the end. So now we have to line these up. Let's see if these line up already. They probably do. Yeah. So I'm just going to, let's see. Where was 11 seconds? So 11 seconds is theoretically where it took over. But I can probably fudge it somewhere within there. So we're going to go like this and then do a crossfade. Slow, I think. And let the AI take over. Yeah, that works. Okay. Cello interlude. Third layer. Fourth layer. Maybe that's a good spot to switch. Let's see, we're a minute in. No, we still have a lot left of this one. So we need to pick a spot where we're going to transition over to the dubstep version. And then probably transition back because theoretically this one has an ending. What's the ending of this one? Oh, it didn't actually end. It just abruptly ended. We're going to swap in my ending eventually. So we're going to use this build up. I'm doing the end now before I do the middle. So it's got this build up. So right before it goes and brings the drum track back, I'm going to swap in my build up. So that was, you know what I should really do is first save this, and then second, I guess we're going to delete that other version of it. I wanted that because I need to know the BPM of that original one. Let's just open that. Don't close this. What is the BPM of the original one I wrote? 180. Okay, don't save that. So we're going to go back to this project and change the tempo to 180. And I think that messed that up. Yeah, messed up the timings of everything, actually. Let me do that over again. And the fade out is in the wrong spot. That should be more like that. I was hoping that this lines up with the beat now, but it looks like it might be a little bit off. No, actually, that's right. Okay. Yeah, it's perfect. Spot on. So now I can use these measures to actually judge where the timing is. So back over here. Where did the drums come back? Was it here? Nope. So we don't want 177. We do want to bring this in. And let's get rid of that little crossfade. Get out of there. We're going to end there. Okay, so I think this one's a beat off. That should have been there. Yep. So there, we should be able to line this up and then crossfade between them like this. Let's see if this is going to work. This might be getting too loud at this point, so I might need to do this 4 bars earlier. Yeah, I think we don't want this segment. So actually I want, no, I lost this one, this part. I want that one here. Yeah, I think that'll work. So now I can fade this one out. It'll sound more natural. That's a little awkward still. It doesn't quite work. We need a harder transition, I think. Maybe I just don't want that part in it. I think that's what it is. We're going to back up. We're going to get rid of when it brings that new instrument in. And we're going to bring that there. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Now we just crossfade this part. So here we're going to bring that up and then slowly bring that down. And now we shouldn't even notice. So we've got a big drops down. And now we're back into my audio to finish it off. Also feels nicer to finish with my audio instead of the AI audio, but it's not really critical. Okay, this is actually already 3:49. I want to listen to some of these transition points to see if any of these segments I didn't want, and maybe we can swap in one of the segments from the other version. Okay, so this is a three build up. Yeah, I like that one. That's fine. Yeah. This would be a good time switch over to the dubstep version. Okay, so what was this ending? This is just the same thing again, I think. Yeah. Oh, this is doing that. I don't want this part. Yeah. And I don't like this part. Not a big fan of that drum section. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to have it come back into this version here to wrap up. And then the other one that I said was, this was good, that was good. I think it was this segment here that I wasn't sold on. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to swap that bit with, actually, I might keep the first one. Yeah, I think we're going to transition here into something from the dubstep version. So we've been going really, really loud. Let's see where this breaks. Okay, this sounds different. That's good. Okay, we're gonna have to, I want to start with a quiet bit, and eventually we're gonna have to end at a quiet bit because this does the whole and then goes loud again. So we're gonna start with a quiet bit, end with a quiet bit. Was this quiet enough? Yeah, that was quiet enough to start with. Then it gets loud. We're gonna let it do it again. Yeah, we are. We're gonna use this. I like the piano line there. And then I see how we're gonna do this. This should be, yep. So we're gonna cut it off here. We're gonna cut it off here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And this becomes the middle part. And it's not that much longer. Now we just have to blend them. It's actually not terrible as is because it is supposed to be a hard transition. I think I probably want a little bit. Nope, I don't want that, actually. I think actually the hard transition might be the best. That didn't, actually, this sounds like it's a beat off. What's going on? Ah, because that's the one beat. That actually sounds, that's even better. Now we got a nice little thump at the beginning of that. Perfect. Okay. Now we have to move those two to the end. That wasn't quite right. I think it was supposed to be like that. Yep, that works. And that just completely drowns out this track. So I don't even think I need to fade it out, but I will just to be safe. Great. Now we've got my intro, kind of rock version, dubstep version, rock version, and my outro. That's good. Let's export that and call it done. I need to end that at the right spot. Let's delete those. Perfect. Export again. And we're done. Now, 38. Let's clear this out and upload 38 and see what we've got. Upload. 38. Upload. And what did I say about 38? Underground. Mostly piano. It's 1:07, so we have to trim it down before I upload it. Too long. Okay. So piano intro. Weird little gong sampler. Okay, I think we're gonna upload to... I do want to use that weird sound, just so that it's in its mind as it continues. So we're gonna upload. We're gonna have it continue at 52, and we're gonna trim this down to like 55 before we upload it. So day 38. Okay, we're gonna trim this down to 55. I like how QuickTime doesn't even tell me how many seconds that is. Did it trim? $57. That's good enough. Day 38 trimmed. And let's upload that one. Retry. Great. And then we're going to tell it to extend from 52 seconds. And extend this starting at 52. And this is going to be... This is going to be ethereal, haunted, and it should pick up on the piano because that's the main instrument anyway. Ethereal, haunted, and I think that's it. Let's go. I like how it has a haunted thumbnail now. Okay, so we were at 52. Let's play a few seconds of mine. Okay, so I did the same chord change. That's new. It's like a weird orchestra. It's kept my piano going. Okay. Now it's making up some new piano that is very much in the same style. This might be a little bit too much piano solo. Not weird enough. Okay, how about this one? This is better. Okay. Is it too rhythmic with that bass line, the bass piano? No, I think it's good. Okay, they're both done. I'm gonna download them both, but I think we're probably gonna go with the second one, possibly only. How did mine end? Did I just do a cheap fade out? Oh no, I didn't just do a cheap fade out. So I might bring mine in for the ending. Sometimes I got lazy and I just faded out the song, which is a very cheap trick. But hey, you know, one a day. And this gong was part of that East-West sample, so I don't have it. So I'm just gonna delete it. But I think the rest of this I do have. Gotta change the sample rate. Yeah, great. Okay, so I have a little synth in the background, which I can, if that means if there's ever a part where it's doing a piano solo and it didn't have a synth, I can add a synth back. So I think I might do that. So I am going to start with this track and drop in the audio, which took over from, what was it? Took over from 52. So that's there. And this is 120 BPM, so the numbers are nice and divisible. Okay, we're going to start at 52. Ah, that's very loud. Okay. How do I fix that? That did not line up. What's at the beginning of this? It was... I really need to boost the volume on my tracks. They're really quiet. Maybe what I'll do, actually, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to mute that. I'm going to have it do the full song from this one. And it'll be all the same level. And I'll just be able to add my synth at whatever volume is right. A full. And let's grab that and start at the beginning. Let's just mute these two. Okay, I think this is the part where it went into its own piano solo. So I need to add some synths over this. What key are we in? This piano, this little keyboard is really hard to get the velocities right. Okay. So I was really going between that and that in the song. So let's switch over to the pad. So now what is it? it doing, and let's see what I can add on top. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple of notes here. I think I'll just record it as I'm going, and I'll tweak it if I need to fix it. Okay, I messed that one up. Oops. I was not recording any of that. Let's try this again. I know how this works. You have to actually press record. Okay, ready? There's the note. Okay, I do need to add some more, so we're gonna go open this up and just poke them in by hand. So we've got that. That was a little bit too loud actually, so we're gonna drop it down. That one should be quieter. Okay, so we've got, I want to add the next note there. Probably line up better on the beat. Is this slower? It is. I don't know what the tempo is here anymore. Close enough? I guess we'll go one more note down. That was about there. And then back to right there. Gets probably an octave lower. Let's try that. That works. The AI has its own little synth going there. Okay. Sounds a little bit too much like an ending. We might have to cut this part out. What is going on? It got a little excited. Okay, it definitely got too excited there, so we're gonna go back. That's the beat. We're gonna get rid of the rest of that. And I did have a second version of this. And we are at 240, so we don't need to go that much longer. It's good. There's not that much in here. Let's see what's in here. Whoa. Maybe this part is useful. What? Where did that come from? Not so sure about that. Okay, how did mine end? Let's grab my audio. 38 and pull it in. Maybe 240 is enough, and I can just combine these and wrap it up. So that's way at the beginning. Right around there is the beginning of that ending phrase. Does it work like that? Definitely don't want it to do this little slow thing there. Got some pops to deal with. This might work. This might work if I just get the fade, crossfade right. So just drop that really fast. Bring this up really fast. Is it slowing down there? No. It feels like it's slowing down. Problem is I'm having trouble identifying where the start of that beat is. Okay, it's right there. Yeah. That's the start of the beat. Where's the end of this beat? No, don't delete that. That is the beat. So we're going to line those beats up, and then we're going to very quickly drop that note. This one's going to come up instantly. Not instantly. We need to bring it up like that. That way. Almost. It's almost. Is it just a hair off? Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, I think this works. Great. And it's not a fade out, so ending with my music, I'm happy with that. Day 38. All right. 3 down. Only, I guess I have now done through song 40. Plus a couple other here and there. I went and skipped ahead a little bit when I was experimenting with 47 and 78. Okay, so we've done 42 songs, only 58 to go. And turns out I can do about 3 a night before I start running out of steam. So, yeah, only a couple more weeks of this if I can keep this up. I think my plan with this is to get all the songs done before I turn them into an album. I do want to put out multiple albums of this. There's too many songs to do on one album. I think there was a limit of 35 songs on an album when I tried to upload them originally. So I'm going to chunk them into 4 albums, maybe 5 albums, group them by style, rough style of songs, and see how it goes. So this has been a fun experiment in writing music with AI and extending music with AI, using my own songs as inputs into that. Let me know if this was interesting, and stay tuned for more because I have a lot more songs to do. All right, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.